Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today, we have a special free resource for you. Just follow the link in the video description. And today, we're talking about one of the most overlooked factors behind believable architectural visualizations, which are the assets we use. In the previous episode, we discussed how using Vantage makes you faster and allows you to use the assets that you usually use without having to worry about their weight or their complexity or whatever. But again, like it's not all flowers. Like you need to be mindful, of course, of the quality of assets that you use and the weight of them in the rendering. Now, Ivan, quick question. Where do you find quality assets that will not break your rendering times?
It's very obvious nowadays. I'm using directly Chaos Cosmos because with a few clicks I can have totally different models in my project, and most of them are not most, but actually all of them are with really high quality. When it comes to models, for example, I was spending hours back in the days to search from different providers, having so many different registrations for different websites. Nowadays, I can just click import and everything will be inside my project. Not only that, but back in the days when I was searching for 3D models on the market, I had to download everything, then import it into 3ds Max, load all the textures, and then import the model into my project. Now I don't have to do that because we have so many different objects directly into Chaos Cosmos, and I can just click the download without any preparation, import that. If I don't like it or if I feel that it doesn't fit well uh, to the overall design or mood, I can just delete it and download and place another one. The quality is really good, but not only for the models, also for the materials. There are so many different materials over there. Different HDRs. With the HDRs, we can create beautiful skies, different environment lighting, and all of these things together are the most common assets that I will need in my projects.
hmm And one thing that comes to mind when we talk about the variety of assets, we have like thousands of assets
Mm,
on Chaos Cosmos. But it's not all about placing a bunch of assets in your scene, right?
yeah.
You have to make it believable. So, like to make a scene believable, how much comes from the rendering part, which is like the lighting and reflections and everything. How much comes from the assets itself, and how much comes from the storytelling?
Well, we can separate that question to a few more answers. The first part is when it comes to the good lighting. I always like to say that even if you have the perfect lighting, the perfect maybe materials, if you don't have really high quality objects, the image will not be realistic. On the other hand, if we have perfect lighting, perfect objects with very high quality, very high detailed objects, if the materials are not perfect, again, we will not have a realistic image. When it comes to the storytelling, it's very important to add life to the image and make it much more humanized, if I can describe it like that. Because if we have an image without, for example, interior with shelves, without any books or decoration, it will feel like an empty space. But if we add different books and decorations and things like that, we will instantly improve the image and how to look like. We will instantly bring much more life to the scene. And this will make people to feel how they will uh, enjoy that space, to imagine how they will experience that space, not just an empty space, even if it's realistic. On the other hand, if we are having an exterior project with the building and just the context outside with the surrounding buildings, it will be more like a schematic image, even if it's realistic, without much of a life in it. And if we add all those small details like human objects like humans and people or vegetation, different trees, different plants, maybe why not street lamps, cars on the street, this will bring life and this will help the viewers to imagine how they can live in that space. It's not going to be just a schematic realistic or just something realistic. It will be a space where you want to live.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Now, to finish this off, how do you think that having a large set of assets that like a library such as ks cosmos change the way you build the scenes and meet your deadlines, meaning like does it actually help you on a daily basis like to be faster and better?
Sure, of course, if we're uh, having the option to just drag and drop or import objects and high quality models or 3D or HDRIs or materials, we can save a lot of time preparing the project. We can build up our scene for less time and save a lot of time for other more creative aspects of the work.
And that is awesome, right? Thank you, Ivan, for this session. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to go to the video description to find the link to your free resource. And I'll be seeing you in the next one.